we played a lot better last night. Or maybe they didn't play as well last night. I mean, there's no question. Last night was the game we wanted. We should have won last night, but they won. And I thought tonight they came. They imposed their will. I thought they were really good. They were good. They were physical. They defend so well. They relieve pressure. And I just thought St. Cloud came in and they were really good tonight. And we kept it tight. The second period, the ice got tilted a little bit in the second, and we struggled in that second period. But I think we responded decent in the third. Once we got that power play goal, we had a little bit more juice. We weren't getting two guys on the puck at times, and that's what's hard too. When you get one guy in the puck, they got a big, strong defensive core. They got possession, and it was out. So, hats off to St. Cloud again. That they were the better team tonight, no question about that. And but again, our guys did respond. We challenged them after the second, and they responded pretty darn well.
St. Cloud State's second goal obviously came with a big discussion. Was that kind of discussing the delay of game?
It was like we get called for traveling. We get called for traveling. Kind of the same thing, but it's non-reviewable. So, what are you going to do? No. What are you going to do?
Right.
What are you going to do?
You get your first power play goal of the year. It's a unit that's kind of ever changing a little bit, rotating some guys in and out. Just what can getting that first one do for the guys that are on power?
Well, it's just nice to get a power play goal, and I thought it was a pretty good look. Rand claps, juts off the back door there, and we kind of they got a little puck focused, and we took advantage of that, and we were in the right spot, and we converted. We had some injuries, so we had to obviously modify our units a little bit, and it was nice getting one, and that obviously was a big goal, and it was game on again. Yeah, it was game on again.
You talked about the injuries, and there were guys that kind of had to be elevated into different roles. Line shuffled up a little bit. When you think of guys like Noah Quinn, Panzer, Luke Roloffs, who played a more elevated role than maybe you were expecting. Just how did they finish? Oh,
you know what, Jared? I don't know. I got to watch video sometimes. I mean, obviously there's things I do see on there, but there's a lot of things that you might see up there that we don't see. So there's just a lot of things going on. So this was not an easy game for young players. If that's what you mean, it was not an easy game at all, and it was intense tonight, and there was a lot of battles. They won a lot of battles, and it was one of those games. There was no easy ice, that's for sure.
I think going into the year, there was a big question mark of how are you going to replace some of the production on the blue line. And Will Magnuson gets the goal tonight to kind of kick things off for you guys. Can you see a little bit more of an offensive bump from a guy like him or like a Tony Palmer?
Oh, I know they are who they are. I think they got to make sure they defend first, and that's in their DNA. That's how they play, and it will be. So they're not. It's nice to get some offense from those guys, but it's going to happen at times, but there's times it's not going to happen. But it's a shot in the arm when they do it. That's for sure.
And last one, you get a couple of weeks before you head into conference play, and I'd imagine that this is probably going to be an ultimately good tape for you guys to look at for, things that you want to kind of sharpen up. Just talk about that process for you guys.
Well, I think this game is a good game to build on. This is, like I said, I don't want to get redundant, but there was no easy ice. This was a game that was you had to be gritty. You had to be gritty, and I challenged our guys. At the end of the day, if you want things easy, you aren't going to get it. You can't. You're not going to get easy offense. If you want easy offense, you're just not going to get it. You're not going to get it. You got to earn your offense. You got to compete hard, and that's the thing that obviously was. I think it was obvious tonight is what I'm getting at. So hopefully our guys will build on that. Last night on the bigger sheet, it wasn't like it was tonight, that's for sure. So every game is different, guys. No matter what, every game you play, even the same teams, every game is always different. It always takes on a little different complexion.
Thank you.
Coach, you played 3 one-goal games to start the season. How does that help you going into conference play?
I wish we were 2-1. I told the guys that. Obviously, Going into the year, you're crossing your fingers. You want to be 2-1 right now, and we're 1-2. So it'll help us. I mean, we played some good teams right there. So every game's a dogfight. Every game is hard. There's just no easy games, and everybody's good. Everybody's good. So, but you got to be better than good. My brother Frank said it earlier. You want to be good. There's a lot of 1-goal losses. You got to be better than good. If you want to win games, because everybody's good in college hockey. So there's another level.
All right. I want to start with the Eds. Had a couple of guys go down tonight, and guys like Luke Roloffs, Jackson Panzer, Noah Quinn, their roles got elevated. Just talk about how you thought they did in some of those bigger spots.
I mean, yeah, our team is just so deep. We got that next man up mentality. It doesn't matter who's in the lineup every night. It's everyone's bringing the same jam no matter what.
Yeah, you were on the ice for that second goal. That kind of came with a little bit of controversy. Just talk about what you saw in that play. I think there was a point shot, and same thing that happened to Mitchell Wolf earlier in the game where they claimed that he put his hand and covered the puck. It looked like, their forward grabbed it and spun around a little bit, but yeah, that's all I could really see. Getting that first power play goal is probably pretty big for you guys after a couple games without getting one. Just how much can it kind of spark you guys going forward?
Yeah, it gives us a lot of confidence. I mean, you always want to get that first one out of the way, and doing it tonight really helps us keep moving forward. And
you guys get to play in CCHA play in a couple weeks. What can you guys take away from these first 3 games against tough opponents?
I mean, there were 2 very good teams that we played the last 2 weeks. We definitely had a chance to win all 3 games, so I think we just got to learn from the mistakes that we made each game and, learn from it and bring that into our games in Ferris in a couple weeks.
For sure.